Hello my Kotlin programmers, my name is Galaxy and today we are gonna learn about the tooling, the environment setup for Kotlin programming. Let's get started. To do Kotlin programming you need some tools, and the important tools is first of all Java JDK. It's a Java development kit, and I'll put the link in the description. You just go to this site and download one of the JDK. It has support for Linux, Mac OS, Windows. Just go to your operating system choices and click on it. If you are on Windows, click on the Windows. If you have 64-bit installer, then choose one of the following and download. Click on it, download. I have the Mac OS, so I'm gonna choose Mac OS, and I'm gonna install for the ARM processor 64 DMG installer, because I have the Silicon processor. If you have the Intel processor for the Mac, then you can choose x64. I'm just gonna choose the DMG one because I have the Silicon processor, so I'm gonna click on it. It will download. I'll just put on the desktop. I'll save it. Okay, then I'll go to my desktop. I'll double click on it, and I'll double click again on the package. It will show the installer, and you just can continue and install, and then install, and it will be ready for you. As I have already installed JDK, I don't need to install it, so I'm just gonna cancel. But you just go ahead and install this JDK file. And for the Windows, they will give the exe file. You just need to double click on it and you are good to go. After installing JDK, then you go to your terminal. For Linux user, it's called terminal, and for the Mac it is also called terminal. Just go to your terminal and type the command java -- version, and it will show just your installed JDK version over here. And for the Windows user, you just go to the command line. Another word for it is cmd. Just go there and type the same command. Type the command like java -version, or maybe -version will work out for it. Just try it, and it will show the JDK version, Java version installed on your computer. This is essential to compile your code later. So the first tool is JDK, and the second tool I am going to install is Android Studio. I'll put the link in the description, don't worry. Just go to this site and just download Android Studio Ladybug and just click on it. You just accept the license and choose for Mac with Intel chip or Mac with Apple chip. Just click on it and it will give the DMG file. Just download it and save it. Alright, after you download Android Studio, then you just go to the save folder. I have saved it in the desktop. Then you just double click on the DMG file and you just put the Android Studio app on the application folder. It's because it's a Mac. I have already installed it, so I don't need to put. You just continue it and it will install it in your application. For the Mac and for the Windows, it will give the exe file. You just need to double click on it and it will just install as program. And for Linux, it will give you the zip file. Just extract the zip file and put on your home folder. And another program I want to talk about is the IntelliJ IDE, which is the community edition. I'll put the link in the description, but I'm not gonna use this because my main goal of this series is because I don't want you to get stuck on the basic skills. I want to prove that this skill is worth to make some apps, so you have some knowledge and familiarity with the tools and you show what you have gained to your colleagues, your friends, your family. So I'll be using Android Studio. So now you have installed the tools necessary to do the Kotlin programming. You have installed JDK. You have installed Android Studio. Let's just open the Android Studio. For the Windows programmer, you just go to the program files and double click on the Android Studio. It will open up and it will show. For the first time when you open the Android Studio, it might ask you to download the SDK, which is necessary for Android development, and you just click on the standard. Just check on the standard and you continue and it will take you to this page. Alright, then after that you select on the new project and empty activity. You just hit next. So your project will look like this and it will load some dependency. It will need some files to be built to work out for your project. Just go over here in the build menu. You will see some files have been downloaded, and on the top there is the menu bar. There is the Android Studio menu and you can check out what version of the Android you are using. I'm using the Ladybug, and this is the project pane. Once you have downloaded and sync all the files, then you can switch between your project as well as for Android. You just click on it and switch on the Android. We'll be working by using this menu, continuously switching on both, and we'll be working on the screen and we'll be writing some programs later in the episode. And if you need to check some logs, there is the logcat over here. You just click on it, it will show some logs. And for the same terminal or command line, it is same as I have shown you before. If you type java -- version, then it will show the same Java install 23.0.2, which I have shown you before. and this is the play button represent to run the app, and here is the simulator option, or you can run it in your mobile phone as well. And if your project don't sync, then just go to this menu and click on it. It will just download the necessary files. After everything is set up, you just click on run button. It will show the simulator, and this is all about the Android Studio overview. And on the next chapter, on the next episode, I will show you how you write your first hello world program. And that's it. That's all for now. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. Thank you. Bye bye.